with me right here is nobody else but Perpetua Iboba. Good to have you. Happy July.
Happy July, Francis. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, yesterday we had one of the best news a civil servant can ever hear in a state called Delta. The governor decided to say, look, I'm going to do a 13th month salary payment, and many civil servants have been happy about it. Looking forward to the end of the year, or we're at the middle of the year. Well, I'll say congrats to Deltans who are civil servants. Well done to the governor, and as usual, we always ask for more. That's the agenda after all.
Exactly. Yeah, I was happy when I heard about it. You know, it's been something that Deltans have been expecting. You know, last year many people were like, when is it going to come? And then there were rumors it's going to come, it's not going to come. Same with 2 years ago. But I'm happy that this year, 2026, is going to be different.
Yeah.
So after the 12th month pay, we're going to be expecting an extra pay, making for the 13th month pay. So kudos to Ukudo, right? Yeah. Kudos to the governor. He is doing well.
I guess it's the kudo that civil servants would enjoy in Delta State. But it's coming during a period when we have the NLC and TUC clamoring for increment in minimum wage.
Right.
And pushing for that. The last time it happened was in 2024.
Right.
The push, regardless of all the 500,000 monies they called back then, it fell at what it is right now. So we don't know where it's going to get to at this time, but it's a good step because when it comes to the economy, it's a very realistic bite on every single worker. People are going through the challenge of just trying to make ends meet due to the price of goods and services, understandably so. So it's important that governors pay attention to things like this, give their workers reason to smile to the bank or reason to expect something to come. So well done to the governor. I would say also that civil servants should look out spared. As we talk about the economy being biting, there are many areas that we can also try. Recently, we saw the first lady of the country, where she had a statement that has gone viral. Everyone has their 2 cents on her statement about the akara and corn. Well, while it sounds funny, and while people have been mad at her, I was taking my time to go back and wonder, is it bad or right? And I realized something. There can be 2 truths in a particular statement. It's also true that there can be more given to people to alleviate them from poverty, to save them and help the economy. And it's also true that people can actually do jobs like that to make ends meet.
But if everybody, exactly,
Two
truths can coexist. But the question is, if everybody toes that line, so who is going to patronize who?
The truth is, she wasn't even saying everybody should toe that line. I think it's how social media had to do the whole story that went viral.
I think it's also the timing.
She was saying, yeah, the timing.
The timing too.
If you can do this, and it's like a sound bite. In the media house, we know what sound bites are.
Yes.
Like, I can, take a sound bite of this comment of. These are conversation. And it can go
escalate
south
and
or it can go in different lines. Depends on the sound I take. So the sound that went out just had us talking about how they can do these businesses. And I'm not sure she was talking about just anybody. She was talking about market women. I know the sentiments, the anger people had about you give out vehicles to party
wives of governors and
party chairmen, women leaders in your party. But how about other people? At the same time, people don't understand that. Look, people do these businesses and you don't have to be educated or not educated. The truth is, if you can, and that will help you, then you should. However, there are also different areas that we can look into. So this is called on even civil servants now. I'm not talking about who she was talking to. So begin to look deeply into areas where we can take advantage of and begin to spotlight on areas of farming,
diversification.
Diversification of our monies. It is little, but every time I read a story about the 5 talents, something strikes me very well. And if you are a Christian and you are very, you believe in God, and you understand the story is transcends into different areas of life. The 5 talents, the one with 1 talent had the most little, and so he decided to keep that talent. He was the one who was punished. So sometimes with our little, we are expected to do a little for ourselves to have more that we can manage. So this is called on civil service. I know it's kind of tough, but let us see how far we can go, try other alternatives, try other things that we can do to see how we can make money. And also we should involve ourselves in extra management. But you cannot tell something about managing money because they are very good at managing money.
Exactly.
That's the case.
We are the money managers.
So areas you can try. If you can study a little more, you can go on the internet and look for teaching jobs there. You can also try farming in the most little ways you can. If you have any piece of land around, just try something little. Have a garden.
Try to be entrepreneurial if you have something doing.
Yes, sell something.
Yeah.
Sell something. It mustn't be a car. You can sell something, of course, and make ends meet. That's the point of it all. You can survive. You should survive. You will survive regardless of it all. And also call your politicians in these strong times, this very, very sacred times, to begin to be prudent with resources, to be interested in the will of the masses. Because if we're going through a financial downturn and we're trying to come out of it, the impression should be very clear that we're going through this, and leaders should also extend their hands of care to those around them and be prudent with resources to maximize profits and reduce losses. That's what we need now. We don't need any jamboree, any luxurious living. We need politicians who are in power to ensure that the people do not suffer when they shouldn't. That's just the call of everyone. So this call is everybody, as a matter of fact. Now, next is street talk.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going this way, because we're going to look at the economy and how it's touching different people.
Right.
And how you have been surviving, but I know it's not easy after all.
At all.
All right, Street Talk is next, and we'll come back, more conversations right here on Wednesday's Morning Light. You stay with us.
J-Mali make it juicy.
Hi guys, welcome to Street Talk on Delta Television, the People's Pride. My name is Rebecca Osifo, and today's topic is very sensitive. Nigerian economy. As a worker in Nigeria, how are you coping? How is it treating you? Good or bad? Let's find out from the street. Come with me.
The economic situation now has affected the economic power of most civil servants, virtually all civil servants, whether you are a junior staff, a senior staff, that's affected all of us. The inflation is on the high side. So to crown it up, our take home is not enough to take us home, because it cannot take us anywhere. It cannot pay children, it cannot pay our rent, they cannot even pay children's school fees, not even talking of feeding.
So what measure are you taking to cope with the cost of living?
We just have to cut down some of expenses, activities we do. Or some of us that have vehicles, we don't use our vehicle to the office all the time. For those of us that don't have, what we do, we check some distance because of high cost of transportation. Them as children that are even attending private schools, we put them out of the private school to public school. So, and with that, the things are not even getting better. It's even getting worse. Yes, as a civil servant, I am in the Ministry of Agriculture. So I went into farming. I have a little garden behind my house. I have pepper, I have tomatoes, and I have a plantain. And I still have a cassava farm somewhere. That is, it helped me to cope one way or the other. I make extra income, passive income from that. So my advice to civil servants, those that have little space, might not actually be a very big space. Within where you are living, you can go into gardens. You have little garden, plant pepper, tomatoes, so that you not be buying pepper and tomatoes. For those that know, those that have land that they are not using, you can approach them so that you can plant your cassava there. So at the end of the day, you still make passive income so that you will not be buying gari or you buy yam. I think it will help you to cope in this economic situation.
I must confess that it has not really been easy, because the cost of everything is so high. and salary is still the same. The worst part, whatsoever little business you may tend to do, there is no electricity to achieve that. So it has really made it difficult. Well, I'm thinking of establishing a little business for my wife, so that at least 1 + 1, they say, is 2. And it takes 2 to tango.
Okay, finally, has the economic hardship affected your performance in any way?
Of course. Of course. It has affected a lot of things in my life. Because when there is no money, a man cannot be happy. But you see, when you have money, you have life. You understand me? So it affects a lot of things.
So what do you expect from government to help workers in this situation?
I think what I expect from government at this moment is wage award to cushion the effect of the hardship that workers are facing right now. And I also pity pensioners, because a lot of them who have retired and are yet to get their pension, I wonder how they are living. Because if we who are getting salary, we are finding it difficult, what do you expect the pensioners to do?
The economic situation of this country now is so hard that many people manage to come here. If you see the arena now, see that we all took it as a pain to be here, because today is our day. And we must be here to celebrate our day as workers in Nigeria. The economic situation is so hard. Please, we are begging the presidency to see that workers smile after this day, so that Nigeria will move forward.
Has the economic hardship affected your work performance?
Yes, it has really affected it, because when we go to work, we pay transport to our different workplaces. A place that you will use 500 to reach before, you will spend about 1.5 to go to the place. Then how will you be able to feed your families? It's a problem. It's really a problem. And you cannot expect, I am a teacher, you cannot expect a teacher to be hungry in the class. So that one will affect the teaching learning process. Thank you.
We decided to cut our spending, start looking for low-cost housing that we can rent, but it's not forthcoming. And most of us have decided that we don't have many number of children because of school fees, feeding, accommodation, so that the economy will be moderate.
Okay, has the economic situation affected your work performance in any way?
It does, because paying transport to work is a great burden. And because of that, most of us, according to our management, have decided to schedule our work. You come 3 days, take 2 days off. Sometimes you take 3 days off, work 2 days.
So what do you expect from government to help workers in this situation?
Government should subsidize the fuel, the cost of fuel, provide public transport system that is affordable to workers. Also make sure that they increase allowances, and they should remove tax from allowances. They are taxing weighing allowance, which is not supposed to be. Under normal arrangement of the union and the government, they are not supposed to tax allowances. You understand? So they should reduce the tax. They should give us palliative, monthly palliative to workers. You know, they will make sure that the health scheme they introduce should be effective and realistic, and they should go into both primary and tertiary healthcare. They should not leave it only on primary, because many workers are sick, and when they go for their health scheme treatment, they discover that the kind of sickness they are carrying are not covered by the scheme, thereby workers spending more money on their health while they are contributing to the health scheme. It is not fair.
It has been very, very excruciating. We are just, let me say, eating from hand to mouth. It has been very challenging for the Nigerian worker, for the Delta State workers. It has been very, very challenging. It has not been rosy. That's just the truth.
So what measures are you taking to cope with the high cost of living?
Actually, you know, what we are doing, we are cutting down the standard of living because we just have to cope. We are humans and we need to cope. We are cutting down the standard of living because if you don't adjust, it will be devastating on us. So we have to adjust. But we are still calling on the government of the day to look into workers' salary because I think the workers are the first people, the first person that have been affected. You see traders when the economy gets ishy and very, very bitey. You see the traders, they put, they increase their prices. But when it gets to workers will pay for all the challenges from this fuel hike and the economic challenges. The workers pay for it because it takes government 2, 3, sometimes 5 years to increase salaries. So it's very, very challenging for us as workers, Nigerian workers.
So what do you expect government to do for workers in this present economic situation?
It's a situation that they bring in palliative measures like giving us buses to alleviate the economic challenge, transportation, the hike of transportation. At the same time, for staff like they've been doing before, make it easy. Maybe pay some allowances. Give us some maybe transport allowances, increase transport allowances. I think it will help to cushion the effect of the present challenge.
And that is what people had to say on the streets about Nigerian economy. As a Nigerian worker, I know it is hard, but don't stop working, keep going, keep pushing. We see you. Thanks for watching. My name is Rebecca Osifo.
J Male make it juicy.